Welcome back to Ribbon Candy Hooking. I'm Deanna. What a morning it's been here. What a history morning it's been here on Cape Cod. So I'm keeping my voice down because there's people all in other cabins. I don't want to be obnoxious, but we are here staying at the pond that we love on the Cape. Yes, this is our second time this year. It's been a very stressful summer so far. And I got a call that came through from Peg in the Rhode Island Guild, the Thrummers that's not together anymore, about a collection of rugs here in Chatham on Cape Cod, where a family had this pile of hooked rugs that they wanted to donate. They didn't know what to do with at this point. Oh, it's hot. I was just schlepping I was just schlepping 15 rugs. So I went over this morning to get them, and wait till you see. I want to open them together. I think some of them are quite good, some of them not so good, but we'll figure that out. Let's look at them together, because I have got my tiny car that I'll show you, and there are 4 people in it, so I won't be able to take all these rugs back. So I need to decide this morning which rugs I'm keeping, and I think a lot of them / all of them need restoration. So restoration is not something that I can do right now with my time and with moving and with the kids, you know, and everything else. So the ones that I decide not to keep, I'm going to drive over to Pat at the White Cat this afternoon, because I needed to shop with her anyway. She's in Cotuit, which is on the other side of Cape Cod. So so I'm going to make a decision here, but I want to show you some of the rugs that I picked up. And beyond that, I'll just say that after this was oh my God, I'm not even sure house is the right word. This was a beautiful place near the ocean, like right on the ocean in Chatham on Cape Cod. So the family's been in that house for like years. The house is hundreds of years old. It has many buildings on the property, and they had all of these rugs kind of scattered around. And what a lovely family. I just spoke to the husband and wife, and they were the ones I've been in touch with. And the husband is the one who was kind of walking all over the place with me, doing stuff and carrying rugs, and he was just lovely. We started talking about how rug hooking has historically been used as therapy for soldiers after World War I and II. And at that point, we had already put all of the rugs, 15 rugs, into my tiny car. But he said, let me just show you one more thing. And we went into his sort of mini lodge where he writes, and he's an academic. And oh my God, that building would be like haunting my dreams forever. It was so beautiful, just lined with books on every side, cathedral ceiling, like the absolutely beautiful small little room with a fireplace, the ultimate man cave. Amazing. Anyway, he took me in there, and he took this out from under a lamp where he was keeping it. I'm looking at the tag on the back. It says Veteran Eagle, Emmylou Lay. So that is the designer. Doesn't say who made it. 2006. Yes, it does. Charlene Cole. Does anybody know Charlene Cole? So this is not old, but he said that this is, and I'm being careful because I haven't checked stuff for moths and stuff yet, but this was in his man cave. And this is the poster that appeared after World War I, when soldiers were coming home, and people wanted to communicate that if they were making their way, that they could stop and either stay over or stop for a meal. So people hung this specific poster in their window or on their porch, and soldiers knew that they could stop, and it was a friendly place to stop. And this was what the poster looked like. So this is a remake. It says America on the bottom. This is a remake of that poster that at that time in history was so recognizable and historically important. And so this is a 2006 remake of that, and it's a small rug, as you can see. This is, I think, my favorite thing that I've got. He also said that he couldn't find the book from the 1930s where most of these rugs appear. It has to be the W.W. Kent book. It has to be the William Winthrop Kent. It must be, because he's also from Cape Cod. So I think some of the rugs that you're about to see that I have rolled on the lawn in the shade here, it is not wet here. It is the opposite of wet. I am soaked, but everything outside is parched. I have them on the lawn just so we can unroll them together, look at them, figure out what they are, figure out how much work needs to be done. And I need to make a quick decision about which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to put in the car and bring to Pat. But I think that all of these rugs, with a few notable exceptions, all the geometrics anyway, I think are going to be in one of the William Winthrop Kent books. He's going to text me back when he finds the book. It might not be today or this week or even this month, but it has to be the Kent book. It really can't be anything else. So I'm going to be wanting to look at some of these too. I just can't keep them all. Let's take a look together. I have them all rolled up on the lawn out there. Okay, so here we are, and there's my car. So you can see why all of these rugs plus everything we brought, which was already full, are not going to fit in that car. Teddy's going to come out in a second and help me with some of these rugs. But for starters, oh my God. So for starters, a rug like this, thank you, Ted. Button up your shirt, honey. This is going to be an old rug for sure with the military corners, right? And this has got to be in the Kent book. It's got to be in one of them, but you can see there's damage. Hold on one second, hon. Here, do you want to take it of me doing this stuff? And try to take close-ups of what I'm showing.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this one here. It's a beautiful old wool rug. Can you get closer?
Oh, I'm zooming in the camera.
Absolutely love the hooking, love the design. I'm tempted to keep this one. I am a little bit worried about the holes, but you can see how beautiful this is. The patriotic corners are especially lovely to see right now. All of the beautiful leaves and flowers that are in this, and can you get close on this, Ted? There's a tweed that's been used throughout that is really quite beautiful. This is the back of it, right? I'm going to roll this one up. So this is one that is very interesting to me because this is definitely, am I in the frame, Ted?
Oh, yep, sorry.
This is definitely a 19th century rug, and I love it. It just becomes a question of, with all of the rugs I have at home, can we fit this one in the car? You know what I mean? I'm going to have to check because you can see, well, this is cotton actually, that's not wool. There's plenty of wool here and here. This is cotton. We'll have to see. This might be one that I bring over to Pat. She is much more of a restorer than I am. Let's look at this one. He had this one tied up. Okay, so this has some patches, like garment patches, like fusible patches. Okay, this one is super faded. So it is also beautiful. You can see there's a hole in the middle. This is super faded. This was sitting somewhere in the sun. It's got the cotton tape on the edges. The edges have been really worn. It was rolled the wrong way, so let me roll it the correct way. Another absolutely beautiful rug, beautiful rose rug. It looks like it was a light yellow, like a butter yellow to begin with. Ted, it's still ticking, right?
Yep.
So here we go. The original colors were not that bright. And this is really unusual for an old rug. I would say this is late 19th century, maybe more likely early 20th century. But this many light colors at a time when people didn't really wear light colors, unusual. These look like thistles now that I look at them. Lots of these patches, right? With rugs this age, sorry about the noise, there's planes, pontoons and planes going over. Beautiful rug. I'm going to bring that one and see if she wants to repair that. I know. Can you take the video of me, hun?
Oh, sorry.
Not of like your shirt or your shoe.
I'm taking the
Getting
rug.
triggered fast. It's hot out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try to take a good video, right? Because it's going to go online, and I'm on my flipping hands and knees, right?
Sorry.
So here's another one here. Let's do this one first. This is interesting because it is a geometric, and it's got lots of patches. Okay, this is the wrong side. It's got lots of patches and it's got lots of damage. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's a beautiful rug. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see the effort that's been made to give this kind of a quilt feel to it. Is it still recording, hon?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's absolutely beautiful. It's paper thin at this point. This looks like, this could be cotton. It's hard to say. Try to get close, Ted. Look at some of these fills, like where there's color changes, where the color ran out. Can you come a little bit close? It would require a physical squat. But you can see, again, much damage. So a lot of damage here that's been kind of hooked together with a different color. There's a hole there. There's a hole here. There's one there. There's a large one here, here, and here, and another small one there. So this is a beautiful early geometric, and as we know, geometrics were used mostly for like the kitchen, the bathroom, and the upstairs. Geometrics were typically not used in places where company would come. So just have the feeling you can see down my shirt. You can't see down my shirt, right?
Nope.
Okay. So geometrics were not super prized back in the day, but they are more prized now that we use the expression folk art. And people realize that with geometrics, if you put them up on the wall, you can really put anything with them. They are universally, they're very enduring because, wow, this is paper thin, because they are universally appealing. And, okay, oh, wait a minute, Ted. Let's get a picture of the back. Show the colors on the back.
Ooh.
Really, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And can you get a close-up here? Somebody was actually fixing some of the holes by hand stitching them as well. And here too. Can you get close to that, Ted? Like real close? Here, give me the
Oh, I
damn
got
thing.
that. I got the.
Yeah, just for a second. Okay. Sorry. Mama hot. Mama real hot. So you can see some of the stitching that's done here. That's maybe too zoomed. And lots of big holes. These kinds of fixes, you know. So this is a lot to have to fix. Here, babe. Back to you. I appreciate you doing this, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And still recording, right?
Yep. 11:02.
Okay, this is going to be another one that I definitely bring to Pat, because as much as I love these, and as gorgeous as they are, and as old as they are, and I truly believe that if we're talking about the Kent book, that these are going to be in it, and he knows where they came from, and he knows who made them, it still doesn't give me all the time in the world to be able to fix them, you know?
Yeah.
So this is a newer one. This is one that this is a yarn rug for sure. I don't have my glasses on, but this would be one that you would get from a department store or from a catalog. And yeah, this is a design we've seen before. It could even be, I might be wrong, this could be a Priscilla Turner rug. It might well be a Priscilla Turner rug that's just a bit dirty. But her rugs, of course, were commercially made in Maine, right? I think, where were they in Maine? Turner Falls. So yeah, I think this is probably a Priscilla Turner. These are the original colors. So this is not a handmade rug yet. This is a Priscilla Turner. It's a yarn rug. So beautiful, and I love to find these. And I have been in touch with the Priscilla Turner family over the years. So that's a good find as well. Let's come over here to, oh,
Okay.
you know what, or you can stay there. Let me bring this one over. Check this out. This is another pretty old one. Pretty and old, and I'm being very careful because these are very thin and they've been rolled up in a kind of a lump, right? Oh, that one's really pretty. I might keep this one. I don't see any. Do you want to come over here to get a real good shot of it?
Yep.
Here, let me do this part and then I'll hand it back to you. I don't see any really big problems here, and I am in the shade. I do not want these in the sun. Okay, I see some hand stitching here too, where somebody has stitched it up at some point. A little bit coming out, but I don't actually see any, I don't see any holes on this one. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. I love the lilac color in the border. This is really lovely. If you look from the back to the front, there's not a huge amount of color loss on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one, Ted. And you can see how the corners are finished. Amazing, right? Beautiful old rug. I'm going to put this in a garbage bag because I just want to be sure it doesn't have moths. But I think I want at least to keep one of these old ones because of what I believe to be the Kent connection. And yeah, this is in my mind another 19th century rug for sure. And it's all mixed fiber, but it's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one. Here, Ted, you want to grab this? I'm going to grab a couple more.
Yep.
I feel like I'm doing well because I can't keep all of these. So, now this is a newer one for sure. Let's check this one out. Oh, wow, look at this. This is sort of McGowan style 20th century rug. Oh, a little bit of gum or something on there. Definitely been down on the floor. Nice rope border, that's very Cape Cod-y. Yellow flowers, I'd love to see the yellow flowers. I'd love to see the pistachio background. Absolutely beautiful. Another thin rug. This looks like a 2 or 3 cut. Some fading, you can see, right? It's not an old rug. I would say this is probably 50s, 1950s kind of thing. So very, very pretty, but I'm gonna bring this one to Pat as well. That gum needs to come out, right? Mm-hmm. And this isn't my sort of category of collecting, so I'm going to give this one to her. And let's look at the next one. Are we still recording?
Yep. Almost 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's look at this one. This one has glue on the back. I'm never a fan of that, right? We know we don't need that. This is a yarn rug. Already surprised. Wow, this is a biggie. It's an eagle, isn't it? Does it look like an eagle?
Yeah.
With the
Swine,
shape of the
maybe?
wings? Absolutely beautiful. It doesn't look particularly commercial. It looks like somebody brushed the glue. Can you come close, Ted?
Yep. Sorry. I
This
have
is
it
a
zoomed
yarn
in a
rug,
bit.
and it looks like somebody brushed the glue onto the back. So this is not a commercial rug. You wouldn't have this if someone were doing it like in a professional commercial situation. You wouldn't have that. So I believe this to be a handmade rug, but it is an enormous eagle that's a bit faded. So pause for a second while I roll this one out. Okay, so this one I can pass on pretty quickly. It's also a homemade rug. It's on monk's cloth. You can see that it's, you know, it's a new. This is a 20th century rug for sure. Somebody made it. The ceiling isn't that great on it. It's a chicken, probably actually used in the kitchen. It's nice, but it's not one of the older ones that I'm interested in. So that's an easy pass. Whew. We're getting down to the mystery rugs now. So let me put this over here, Ted. I feel kind of happy and proud because so far, are you taking a video of me?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
So can you look at it to be sure that I'm in the video
Oh,
of me?
you're in the video.
Okay, great. So you can see that the ones I'm passing on are super beautiful old rugs. Nothing against them. It's a question of space and it's a question of condition. So here's another. Oh, Ted, look at this. Oh, look at the back of this guy. Look at the way somebody stitched it down like that. Yikes. All those colors. Oh, man. This is interesting. I mean, here, I'll do this part. This is interesting because it's a lopped off corner rectangle rug, right? More of a square, like a golden rectangle. Colors are exquisite. Look at this little detail here of the pink. All of the shades of pink. The background is a mix of sort of a smoky charcoal navy and a charcoal navy tweed. And all of these colors, marble cake center. Look at the way that somebody's finished this off on the edges. Oh God, you know, there's not a ton of fading from front to back. I mean, this is the original, which is really compelling, but it's really beautiful front and back. For me, the question is, would I need a rug like this? It has a tiny hole here, and that's a spider going across it, right? Because we're down here, and there's a little hole there. This would be very tempting if I were going to keep it, which I don't think I will, to just take a little bit of this out and put the year in. I would put support on the back. I wouldn't just rip it out. It's a very graphic rug. This is not done in a realistic style, right? With 50 colors of pink in every rose petal. You can see it's also sort of outlined in the light color. Really unusual. Super beautiful rug. Here, let me give this to you, Ted.
Yep. All right.
You want to pause it for just a second?
Yep. Sorry.
So this one, I can tell this one's going to be rough because I don't want to keep big rugs because of our situation. And somebody has put some glue on the back or something. Somebody has more recently, come down with me, baby.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there's a bee. Okay, give me the camera. I know you're going to flip out.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Somebody has recently put the border on, and you can tell that because it's not old. But you can see that there's going to be some damage here. Look at this geometric. It's hard to tell front to back how faded it is because of all the glue on the back. Bummer. What I do know on the front is it's like a marble cake geometric fill. Can I give this back to you, babe? Oh boy, this one's here. Hold this while I unroll it. And yeah, don't step on it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, this is a Kent era for sure. Oh, Jiminy Cricket, look at that. Look at that. Wow. You getting a good photo of that?
Yep.
What's so unusual about this is, well, it's not in great condition. It's not in the worst condition. It's very vulnerable here. I bet it was folded in half, right in the middle, and then in half again the wrong way, like a square, like a napkin. And that would have done it. I can, in theory, see this one across a table, right, that you don't use for stuff, or I can see it mounted on a wall. It is really large. And can you move it around a little, Ted?
Oh.
It is really large. It's so unusual because it is in drab colors. So that makes sense for this time, the drab colors. It does have like the Maltese cross tile pattern going on. So there's crosses and the negative blocks. And it's all hit or miss. But it's hit or miss in really light colors. And again, we don't know how much fading there is. Try to get close-ups, Ted, of the little bursts of color. Like there's little bits of red and stuff. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't zoomed in right now.
Okay, there's an ant making his way across. This is a beautiful rug. This is a maybe for me because for me, the problem is partly condition. It needs something before I hang it up. I would never put this on the floor, but it does need something before I hang it up, right? It probably needs something expensive because it's a large rug. The good thing about it is it's very neutral, and I believe that if some of these rugs are from the Kent book, that I believe that this would definitely be one of them, and then we would know the provenance of that rug. But at the same time, it's a rug that needs work and it needs help, and it could be that Pat is just in a better, she's definitely in a better situation to repair this than I am at this point in my life. Let's put it on pause, Ted. Okay, so this one I have not seen yet. And so what I can tell by looking at this already, you see all these little ties? Somebody has already rebacked it because I see all these little ties at intervals, like a little checkerboard of ties, like a tie quilt. Somebody's already rebacked this. So it makes me wonder how bad it is. And it is bad. It is really bad. But it is beautiful. I'm not going to unwind it any further than this. Here, let me take there's a very good reason why. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. 19th century rug right here. But you can see how much repair this needs. You can see why somebody backed it, right? Yikes. This is really beautiful. Some of it has just disintegrated. When you see something like this, that color right here has just disintegrated. It's not like the moths just liked the pinky lilac color. That color was unstable in terms of being like an heirloom piece. It was unstable. But at the end of, so it disintegrated. But at the end of the day, the hands that made this, I mean, when you see a rug like this, yeah, it's broken into a million pieces, but at the same time, you could, and I can't see the back because it's backed. And look at some of these pink colors, how gorgeous they are. At the same time, you know, if you're the kind of person who likes to do crafty rafties, this is the kind of rug that you could chop up and do smaller bits with, right? Like use for patches on something, or, you know, you could creatively save it, but this is obviously a lot of work. So, and it's a long runner. So I love this, but I'm going to this is a log cabin quilt pattern, right? No, it's not. It's courthouse steps, right? See how it goes. It all fits top, bottom, north, south, east, west. This is courthouse steps. Beautiful, similar. It's a variation on log cabin, the quilt block. Absolutely beautiful rug. Here, Ted, hold this. Let me just undo the last bit of it because I'm not going to keep this one. Okay. So I just want to see all of it one time. Wow, it's better over there. It's getting under our little cabin there. So you know what? I normally wouldn't roll it the wrong way, but because if I roll it the right way, pieces are just going to fall off, I'm going to roll it the way that it was. And I'm going to put it on top. And let's go on pause and we'll look at the last ones.
Okay.
Let's look at this one next. You know, all of these rugs were for the floor. So it's not surprising that they're not in great condition. This one's in great condition. This rug's in great condition. So this is another, look at how wonky it gets. You don't have to talk, Ted, if you don't want your voice in the video. Look at how wonky it gets. The little red centers for the home fire burning right in the center. This one is in, can you move it while you do the video?
Oh, sorry.
This one is great, So I'm gonna keep this one. This is a classic hit or miss rug. There seem to be two like this. I don't see any devastating holes. It was rolled the wrong way and it still survived. I'm gonna take some time to roll this the right way, and I'm gonna keep this one. So I'm gonna leave this one here for now. There's a second one that's quite like it under here, I think. Yikes. Okay, might be the same size as well. Is that front or back? This is front. Okay, so let's see. Are you recording, baby?
Yeah.
Okay, this is also in amazing condition. I don't see any holes. Okay. Whew, I'm sweating my somethings off, but you can see that this is well worth it. Here, give me the camera for a second. These are absolutely amazing. And while it breaks my heart to part with those, this warms my heart. These were in two different places. You can see the red centers in this one are way more pronounced and stronger color than in that. These are two matching rugs, similar size, maybe slightly different. Oh my God. Yeah, I have to have these two. I mean, my God. All right, I'm gonna open the last two. Poor old Ted. I'm not putting you on the camera. Poor old Ted, he's had it. Okay, so what I can see about this one, come close so they can hear me. What I can see about this one is I'm seeing the backing has been attached again. So my hunch on the last one proved that it needed new backing. What happened?
I accidentally flipped the camera over to my face for a second.
It's all right, I'll edit it out. Is it on now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ooh. Oh my God, this is like an attic windows design. Oh my God. You seeing this, Ted? Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Wow. This is another amazing rug. So this is an attic's window quilt design. If you bring the camera over here, I'll show some parts of it. Is it on? Mm-hmm. It is paper thin, and you can see the burlap right through it, right? You can see how threadbare this is. Only one after this, baby. Yeah, we're getting a bit sniffly out here. Yeah, you can see how worn it is. It is super worn. I mean, yeah, it's super worn. And the backing is doing its job. You can see the backing through the center there. It's held quite a bit of it together, but it is just brittle. I'm only looking at a corner of it, but I'm not seeing any evidence of moths in any of these rugs. Normally you can see like the clusters of eggs or whatever, or the wool is like partially eaten or whatever. I'm seeing scraps like this. That could be, but I'm thinking it's probably just it ripped and loops just were brittle and fell off. And wow, it's a beautiful big rug. This is more than a restoration job. You can see how many parts of it are done. Just looking at the holes with you. I mean, it did its job. It was beautiful, I'm sure, for more than 100 years. And it did its job. This is not one that was rolled up and the moths got it. This is one that was used to be paper thin. And, you know, at a certain point, it started to get a lot of holes and somebody actually saved it, which is in itself unusual. Somebody who must have cared about art and folk art, because this family does care about folk art. They have a lot of like Peter Hunt stuff and local artist stuff. They appreciate folk art. And somebody further back in the family tree loved hooked rugs, obviously, because look at all these suckers, right? All right, Ted, let's do the last one. I'll put this one on pause, but oh my God. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. So here we are with the last one. Let's take the cord off. This is another one with a backing on it. So, oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, sorry. This one's got fruit. So this is a geometric, oh no, flowers. Maybe, yeah, flowers. Wow. Do you have the Kent book? And are you flipping it open and going, that's that rug? you can see the kind of repair that's been done on this one. Massive loss. Massive loss. So come closer, baby. Massive loss. I'll take the camera now. Thank you, sweetie. And I'm sorry I'm in the shade for obvious reasons, because I would expire if I were in the sun, and these rugs don't need any more sun. God, the only thing, there's huge areas of loss. This is another rug that has been worn paper thin. And did I say rug? I hope I said rug. This is tough, because one like this has been cropped too, look. It's been cropped on the edges, I think. It might have come from a larger rug. And you can see how some colors are just unstable. They've just completely worn out just the color. It's hard. I'm going to stand up and look at this with you. It's hard because this is such a great colorful rug, and I love how the flowers change color in the blocks. This is such a hit or miss piece. I love how it changes colors from one square to the next, some with dark backgrounds, some with light backgrounds. This is my dress billowing there. But we are talking about a lot of loss, and we are talking about some really sort of amateur repairs. And nothing wrong with amateur repairs. If your choice is do a repair and keep it longer, or throw it out on the garbage pile, then you do a repair and you keep it longer. But not everybody has the option or the expertise or the time to do a huge professional repair and spend that kind of money. So no judgment when we see rugs in this condition. This is an old rug that was meant for the floor, and it was on the floor, and it served its purpose, and it's an astonishing rug. And I'm sure that this is in the Kent book, and it was definitely in different condition in the Kent book. I think the family was using these. Look at the color change from the flip side to the now side, right? I think the family was using these here and there, like scattered through the house until possibly not that long ago. So, yeah, some kind of compounded problems. This is such a beautiful geometric, and I just marvel at the amount of color that is in every square, because it's backed, and thank God it's backed, because, I mean, look at this. If it wasn't backed, we wouldn't be able to look at it at all. So much of it is in distress, but so much of it is such high art. Look at that square, this square. They're just repeat squares, but you can see definitely a homemade pattern. Look at how this line is so much thinner than the others, right? Like somebody didn't space it out that well. They just knew that they wanted to do alternating hit or miss blocks with the crosses the lines going right through like a checkerboard, alternating with flowers. And flowers are pretty much in the same position every time. I wonder if they had a stencil, or actually no, they couldn't have, because look at how this one is very low in the box, that one's very low in the box, this one's very low, and others are much higher. So absolutely beautiful. These are gorgeous rugs. Again, this one, like the last one we looked at, it's tempting to keep, just because if you cut part of it up, you could use it for something else. Like, is there a part, like right here, that is okay? Like that part is sort of okay. Part of that part is okay. None of the center is okay. And over here on the other corner, a little bit of that is okay. It is really tempting. I'm going to have to think on that. But we know that I'm taking that one and that one. Those match, and I want to keep those. And I'd like to keep the little flower one there. But man, it's hard to part with ones like this, because I know if I had the Kent book with me now, I would open it. This one would be here. The one with the eagles and the patriotic corners would be in there. This one, without a doubt, would be in there. This is the one with the corner one that we just rolled up, right? Or maybe it's this one. Those would all be in there. And they are all amazing, but that's my car, and there's 4 people in it with all of our stuff. So I think I'm going to roll some of these up, give them to Pat, and she is going to be the best caretaker of them, because her main business is restoration, and she appreciates what these are. Absolutely unbelievable.
Alrighties. Crazy. Teddy wants me to edit half of that video out because his voice was on it. I lied and said I would. I'm not going to. I hope you enjoyed looking at these with me, like first blush. This is the first time I've unrolled them, and they'll only be with me for a little while. I'm going to drive over to Pat's now because I don't want to end up with these beautiful old rugs like hot potatoes and not have time to bring them to her because other people will not understand what an important piece of history this is. We do, but you know that not everybody does. So I'll make a good decision about about this one and the one before it. And I will see you next time at Ribbon Candy Hooking. So, P.S. My husband came out and was an incredible enabler. And I am going to keep this pile and give the other ones to Pat because these are the ones that I really think are in the Kent book. And since I haven't been able to check, I think we're going to keep these and take better photographs of them to document them and just ship them home. It's going to be an investment, but I think we kind of have to do it because if any are in the Kent book, it's these. Those I feel confident are not because 2 of them are yarn, 1 of them is a McGowan for sure, but these I'm just not sure. And even though some of them are in super poor condition, did a bird just crap on one of them? Something just fell. Okay, I guess we'll find out later. Yeah, okay. We'll see what happens, but it's worth taking these home and taking better photographs of them. It's just so hot that I think this is a good decision. You will see more of this pile next time. See you next time.